Welcome to the Phantom Zone. I am your host, Ghost, and today we are going to do a quick little comic book store vlog and review. This is something that I'm kind of getting back into, is collecting comics, as you can see. I think this is going to be a great way for me to share my thoughts and express how I feel about these comics and just build a community where we kind of talk comics and TV shows and things of that nature. And yeah, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I am out here on my way to my local comic book store. See what we can find, hopefully some good stuff. I know we will. Not really anything in particular I'm looking for. I think I'm pretty much open for whatever. Maybe I think I'll look for some single issues. Maybe I'll look for some Marvel. Even I don't have too many Marvel comics right now. I've just been primarily DC. But yeah, we'll see what we can find. Hey Val, I am back at the crib. I got two collections, I should say, that I showed earlier. The first one I got was Planet Hulk. This is like a staple in Marvel Comics stories. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. I think this is the full collection. It said it's collecting Incredible Hulk issues 92 to 105. So I think this is the whole Planet Hulk series. I think World War Hulk picks up right after this. I think that's the story, where he comes back from Sakaar and kicks everyone's ass on Earth. I think that's what happens, yeah. But anyways, I've been trying to get more Marvel stories. I have a lot of DC right now, so I've been trying to get the classic Marvel stories. So I got Planet Hulk for the first one, and then I got Tom King's Mr. Miracle. I had never even heard about this until today when I saw it. I guess I like Mr. Miracle. I don't know too much about him. I know that he's a new god, and I know he was raised on Apocalypse, married a Big Barda, and he could escape any death trap. But beyond that, I've seen him in Justice League Unlimited and whatnot. But I do love Tom King. As I've been getting back into reading comics, I've kind of picked up on which writers I really enjoy. See, I've read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King, and I've read volume 1 of The Human Target, and The Human Target is like one of my favorite comics I've read. I still need to get volume 2, but so far the first half is incredible. So I saw Tom King wrote this, and this is pretty recent too. This came out in the last couple of years. So as I was flipping through it, I noticed the artwork is also incredible too. And each page is like these 9 panels. Like, I've never seen a comic like that either. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I'm excited to read these. It's so easy to go into a comic book store and just get way too many comics, you know. I'm a person who likes to get collections of the comics. I don't really like to get single issues unless it is just a single issue story. I really just like to sit down and read the full story, read the full arc. So if you guys know any other 6, 7, 12 issue series, whatever, that you think I would enjoy, that I can go and get easily, let me know in the comments. That's just what I prefer. I just love to read the full story. But yeah, I will read these within the next couple of days, and then I'll come back with a review on what I thought of them. See you soon. I am back, and better than ever. After reading both of these, where to begin? I guess I'll start with Mr. Miracle, because that was the first one I read. And boy, let me tell you, it's a good read. Tom King, you outdid yourself once again, proving that you are one of my favorite writers in the industry right now. And I didn't even mention this earlier, but it is an Eisner Award winner for Best Writer and Best Artist. Like I said, the artwork in here is incredible. And the story, wow. Like I said, I wasn't so familiar with Mr. Miracle before, but Tom King gives you a brief history of the New Gods and where Scott Free comes from. But I pretty much knew everything that had happened to him. I'm not going to spoil this for you, but I would definitely recommend it. The overall theme for this story is escapism. As we know, Mr. Miracle can escape any death trap, but he's trying to escape life. He really is going through a lot in the story, and you kind of see him progress to escape how he's feeling. But I will give a trigger warning. There is some graphic violence in this. There is depression and other mental illnesses, and there's also self-harm. So if any of those are triggering for you, I probably would stay away. But I think it was like the perfect story that could be written about this character. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything here for you, but one thing I did find kind of amusing was kind of like the nonchalantness between Mr. Miracle and Big Barda as they're going through like very dramatic and important moments in this story. There's a lot of them, and I think it's just kind of a little funny that they were just kind of so nonchalant. Like, this is kind of like everyday stuff for them. I thought that was really entertaining. And like I said, the artwork is spectacular too. I'm a person who really needs to like the artwork for me to be invested in the comic. You know, I want to look at like very stellar imagery as I'm reading a good story too. You know, it's the best of both worlds. Shout out to Tom King and Mitch Gerrits. Hope I'm saying that right. This was an amazing read, so I highly, highly recommend it if you haven't already. After Mr. Miracle, I read the Planet Hulk collection. This was also a fantastic story. I remember there being a like animated movie based on this. I think it came out in like the late 2000s or like the early 2010s. And I remember watching that like years and years ago. But this is the first time I read the comic. Of course, elements from the story were loosely adapted in Thor Ragnarok. And after reading this, I definitely emphasize the term loosely, because there's a lot of stuff that's not in Thor Ragnarok at all when it comes to Sakaar or the Hulk's emotions or motivations. It's completely different. Korg and Meek are in this, but they are not at all like they are in Thor Ragnarok, because I remember watching them in the Planet Hulk movie. I don't really remember, you know, how closely adapted it was to the comic, but if I remember correctly, it was definitely more accurate than Thor Ragnarok for sure. But yeah, maybe I'll react to that Planet Hulk movie if I can find it somewhere. That'd be fun to see that adaptation after I've read the comic. So if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, let me know. And as far as other similarities between Thor Ragnarok and this Planet Hulk comic, I was surprised there weren't really that many. I think the only similarities were Hulk in his armor. Certain characters like Korg and Meek are in this, and they go through kind of a portal that brings him there. Other than that, I don't think there really is too much from this story that's in Thor Ragnarok. If you guys can think of anything that I missed, let me know, but really it's those three things that have translated into Thor Ragnarok. And I know it's not a Hulk story, it's about Thor, but this storyline is very prevalent in Thor Ragnarok. You know, it's the whole second act, really. Again, I'm not gonna spoil this story for you, but I do highly recommend it. This is a great story that really shows kind of the duality of Bruce Banner and Hulk, and who the Hulk really is, you know? it's totally two different characters. You don't really get the sense of that from the movies. I think how they adapted Hulk in the MCU is just like terrible. So this was really refreshing to see Hulk be a real character, a true character with good motivations and desires. I will say there is one moment that was kind of adapted in Thor Ragnarok. There is a moment where Hulk is in the arena and then another Marvel character comes out and they have to fight, but it's kind of a surprise on who it is to Hulk until they actually come out. They do a similar thing with Thor where he's in the arena and it's a surprise to him on who the champion is, and it turns out to be Hulk. And there's kind of a reverse moment in this where Hulk is in the arena and he sees a character. I won't spoil who the character is because I had no idea this character was in this story. But there is a brief moment of that where he's surprised and they fight. And I was right. At the end of the story, it sets up World War Hulk. So I'm gonna try to get that story arc soon because I've only heard about that story and seen videos on it, but I do want to sit down and read it for myself. And based on how this story ended, I'm definitely excited to see World War Hulk. I think that's gonna be really, really good story. With that said, I think that pretty much covers it. And yeah, let me know what other comics I should read. Also, let me know if you guys want me to react to that Planet Hulk animated movie that came out a decade or so ago. I think it'd be interesting to watch that after I've read the comic. But yeah, let me know. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you were entertained in this video, please drop a like. It would help me out a lot. And yes, this is a new channel, so feel free to subscribe and join me on this journey together. I would love to get your guys' input on what other types of videos I should do. I definitely have other types of videos planned, so definitely hit that notification bell to stay in the know. With that said, thank you and have a great day.